Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of First Look. I'm showing off my new ergonomically correct chair, which is supposed to help my back and make me maintain the proper posture. I just thought it'd be something new and different. Anyway, coming up tonight, we're leading the newscast with a pretty serious story, actually a very serious story. The National Intelligence Estimate has now declared pretty much, those are 16 of the U.S.'s intelligence agencies and many of the experts from those agencies, that Iran really stopped building nuclear weapons back in 2003. And so obviously, many of the presidential candidates, as well as President Bush, have focused on this country as the biggest threat to U.S. security. So why the disconnect? We're going to be talking to Richard Haass from the Council on Foreign Relations and find out why the rhetoric doesn't seem to match the reality that's happening on the ground in Iraq. So that will be our lead story tonight. We're also doing a piece on the youth vote. Clearly, it's a big voting bloc and very desirable in terms of the candidates. But for some reason, they haven't come out in droves in most presidential elections. And Brian Goldsmith, who works here at CBS News, helped me a great deal. This is a piece that I worked on with the piece. He's a young person himself, so I thought I would ask him a couple questions. He's not that young. He's actually 26. And he's our resident political geek, and I say that lovingly, of course.
Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome, Brian. Anyway, so tell us about sort of the trends of youth voters and what is happening this election that may change what's happened historically.
Well, the hope is that more young people are going to come to the polls. Now, that's a hope that's sort of repeated itself every election cycle. There are more than 25 million young people who are eligible to vote, and only about 12 million voted in the last presidential campaign. So a number of the candidates are really trying to push that number up, most notably Barack Obama.
And there are all sorts of efforts underway, like Rock the Vote in the past, to try to reach out to these young voters. But do you think it will be different this time, Brian? Because the role of the internet in the campaign and in fundraising and really just getting, disseminating the messages of the various camps. And B, there does seem to be a lot of youthful excitement about Barack Obama.
Yeah, I think there's youthful excitement about a number of the candidates, and I think there are really two factors that would lead to a higher youth turnout. One, as you say, are all these new technologies that are helping to attract young voters. The other is the fact that the issues are really compelling to young voters this cycle. An economy that's in trouble, a war that's touched a lot of families around the country. So
the environment, of course,
yes,
big issue
climate
now.
Change is huge, and these are particularly compelling to young voters. So I think we may see a spike this time.
Yeah, but we've said that before, and the numbers have been disappointing. So we're going to take a look at that tonight on the CBS Evening News. Okay, get back to your work, Brian.
Thank
you very much. See you later. Also coming up, we're doing a kicker on Imus. He's back. He is back on the airwaves. He has two African-American colleagues with whom he's working. Does he deserve a second chance? How will he be received? And again, that's the story we're ending the newscast with tonight. So that does it for this edition of First Look. Thanks for watching this. Hopefully you'll watch the CBS Evening News tonight and learn more about these and many other stories that we're covering today. See you later.